Hi!
From Hyperion Horizons.
What's up, guys? So today we are going to go through both of our top 5 favorite attractions in all of Walt Disney World.
Yes, this was contentious. It was cutthroat, and it took me all of 3 minutes to make my list. So, you know, I just thought, I think it'd be fun to just kind of see what did you think of in like that little bit amount of time, you know? We took like 3 minutes basically to come up with this list. You know, what's your gut reaction top 5, you know? If these went away right now, you would never go again.
I would still go. I don't know if I'm that die hard,
well, we'll see.
but...
Okay, so we want to do an honorable mention, something that isn't on our list, but...
would have been if it were a top 6.
Yeah, exactly. So, you want to do yours first?
Okay. Okay, my honorable mention is an unpopular Disney opinion, and that is Mission Space. I think that ride is freaking phenomenal. And yes, it makes me want to throw up, but every single time that I ride it, it's so intense, it's so exciting and exhilarating. I definitely understand why people with heart problems shouldn't ride it. But that being said, it's so unique. Like, there's not a ride like that anywhere.
Right.
They could definitely upgrade the little screen that you're staring at, but besides that, I think it's perfect. Like, take some Dramamine and just ride it. It's amazing. All right, here we go.
Don't look at
We've been training for this moment our whole lives, people.
I can't believe I'm going to be away from home for 3 months.
I hope you kissed your kids goodbye.
Main engine start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off.
There we go! Yeah, it made me pretty woozy last time. I was like, oh, I need to sit down for a while. But yeah, it is a fun ride. It's just really, really intense if you do the orange side. It's like taking a plane times 10. So
In an awesome way.
Mine is maybe surprisingly Spaceship Earth.
Oh.
I love Spaceship Earth, but the current version of it just kind of leaves a little bit to be desired with the ending. I've watched videos of Spaceship Earth from, you know, years past when it was Jeremy Irons in the 90s, Walter Cronkite in the 80s, and they had such better ending scenes. Basically, right after you get to the top, in the current version, it just kind of ends. In the previous versions, there was a whole lot more on the way down that you get to see. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with it next. Hopefully they
get rid of the what's your life like in the future, and they put in more
and then
animatronics and scenes and stuff.
Maybe we'll go back to my top 5.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Start off with your number 5.
Number 5 is Flight of Passage. Okay, so here's the thing, is that I feel like Flight of Passage is probably the best ride in all of Walt Disney World. However, it is not my favorite because all these other ones I feel like have more re-rideability and don't require getting there at rope drop and won't require like a 5-hour wait. So Flight of Passage I feel like is super unique. I think it's like contributes so much to Disney World and just the development of new theme park attractions and kind of what we're shooting for now.
Right.
So with that, I think it's amazing. It definitely belongs on, I feel like, everybody's top 5.
Yeah, it's an amazing ride.
It's really, really good. If you've never done it, it's definitely worth it. Don't wait 5 hours. Just get there as soon as the park opens. The line is like crazy long, but you walk the whole time and the queue is really cool and it's worth it. So.
Right. If you can do it the right way, you're not going to wait a very long time.
Yeah.
My number 5 favorite attraction is also Flight of Passage.
Is it really?
So, kind of funny how that works, but all for the same reasons. You know, it's an amazing ride. Definitely, you know, belongs in my top 5 favorites. It is just probably one of the most technologically advanced, just cool rides. It always leaves me like getting out of it and just saying, whoa.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
For sure.
So definitely amazing ride. All right, what's your number 4?
Cool. My phone keeps going to sleep.
Mine too.
All right. Number 4, right down the road from Flight of Passage, is Expedition Everest. I think it is the most well-themed roller coaster. Joe Rohde is like an angel sent from
What
heaven.
about the Yeti, though?
BMO Disco Yeti is still cool, okay? If you never knew that he used to move, you wouldn't even care. A-Mode Yeti was very terrifying and awesome, and I hope that they figure out a way to bring him back. But B-Mode Yeti is still terrifying and awesome.
They said Vivo Yeti at first. Vivo Disco Yeti.
Yeah, so
it's a great ride.
But the ride itself is amazing. Even if it had zero theming, it's just a fun ride. But the theming in that ride is just insane. The queue, all the stuff that they did, that Joe Rohde and his team went out to the real Himalayas and collected all these artifacts and all these stories to put together this attraction. And it still just blows me away every time. I just think it's an amazing ride.
It really is. It's a great ride. Good choice.
Thanks.
My number 4 is Jungle Cruise. I love corny jokes. I love tiki. I love pretty much everything about that attraction. The soundtrack, the re-rideability, because every time you do it, you get different jokes, you get different skippers, you get different takes on it. I just love that ride so much. My favorite thing is laughing along the jokes and looking at all the people who obviously don't get it.
Yeah.
They're just like, they have no idea what's happening. And I actually have an idea that I think Disney should take me up on. And what they should do is one day, just like as a joke, take all the Jungle Cruise skippers and replace them with the Kilimanjaro Safari cast members, and then put the Jungle Cruise skippers in Kilimanjaro Safaris, and then have the Kilimanjaro Safari cast members pretend that the animals are real on Jungle Cruise.
On Jungle Cruise, and they're telling you all these fun facts about them.
Yeah, exactly. And then have the Jungle Cruise people make all the jokes on the real attraction.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I think it'd be hilarious, and
especially if it was like unannounced.
Right, yeah.
That would be so funny.
I think they should do that. Call me Disney.
Yeah, that's awesome.
What's your top 3?
My number 3 is actually Jungle Cruise.
Ah!
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so funny. The animatronics, like, they're old, but they are still awesome. Like, they have that very classic feel about them. And I agree that, like, all your skippers are different, so every time that you ride it, it's different. And even when it's kind of the same, that's sort of fun to be like, are they going to say this joke that I really love right here?
Exactly.
Like, that's
Shout out to Skipper Cortland.
Cortland was
from
amazing.
Our last trip. She was so freaking funny.
She was really funny.
Yeah, we always get some of the best skippers, I feel like.
Yeah, and the soundtrack to that queue is amazing.
Yes.
Like, we listen to it all the time at home. It's really, really good.
It's great. So, my number 3 is People Mover.
Woo, People Mover!
You can see in our vlogs that we rode it like 3 times this last trip, and we did the Magic Kingdom After Hours party and rode it like twice that night. I think we maybe even rode it 3 times? I don't remember. But we just wanted to keep riding it over and over again. What I'd really love is if they would let you stay on, but they were being kind of annoying and not letting us stay on. And what I'd really, really love is if they expanded it in the new Tron attraction.
Oh, that would be
That would be really cool. But People Mover is so classic. It's just so relaxing just to sit there, take in all the sights of Tomorrowland, go through all the attractions. I love how it goes through all the buildings. It's just so cool. It's something about attractions interacting with other attractions. I just love it so much. So
good point.
People Mover is amazing, and I hope it never goes away.
Yeah, me too.
So number 2.
People Mover.
Oh my gosh.
I too love People Mover for all the same reasons. People Mover is so good. And I love how you see all of Tomorrowland. I love how different it is in the daytime versus at night. Even though everything is the same, it's just like the vibe in Tomorrowland is so vibrant during the nighttime.
Yes.
And it's so like kind of relaxing and exciting during the day. So that's really cool. And I love being able to swing past the castle. I really like that view a lot. And it's just like really like nice to just sit, be able to put your feet up on the seat across from you, get the wind in your hair, and just chill out.
I'll say there's one annoying thing about People Mover though, and it's not when you're riding the ride, but if you're on the ground and you're just staying in one place in Tomorrowland, and you hear the ride spiel over and over again in that one spot.
Oh, like if you're sitting and eating and the people mover keeps coming by, then you
this
just
time
hear
it's Laughter Thereafter, Monsters Inc. Incorporated, whatever it's called, Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. And if you're sitting next to Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor, you're just gonna keep hearing it over and over again every like couple seconds.
Yeah.
And so that is annoying, but you're not riding the ride, so I get it. But
yeah, I still love People Mover.
Yeah, it's a great ride.
Awesome.
So that was your number 2.
Yes.
Okay, my number 2 is Living with the Land. I love Living with the Land so much. It is such a simple ride, yet just one that always makes me smile and puts me in a good mood. I love the combined dark ride with going into the greenhouses. Actually, one second, I have a crying dog. Is it comfy for you? The first time that we rode it back in 2016, it was really neat because I had no idea what to expect. I knew nothing about the ride because I hadn't been in so long. We got on the ride and we're doing the dark ride portion. And I was like, you get towards the end of it where they're showing the films and stuff. I was like, oh yeah, that was a pretty cute ride or whatever, and then you turn the corner and all of a sudden it's like, and now we're in the greenhouses. I was like, wait, what? That's amazing. I was like, this is so cool. And I love like all things futurism and like just like technology and improving the world and stuff. And I was like, wow, this is so cool. And so every time we go, we have to ride it, and I just love it so much. And I really love the when it was called Listen to the Land, when it first opened back in the 80s, that really cool song that I think you should look up. But it's an amazing song, Listen to the Land. I love Living with the Land so much that this upcoming trip, we're actually going to do the Behind the Seats tour.
Yeah, we've been wanting to do that for a long time.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that because I just love the greenhouses. I love everything about it. Oh, and last trip we ate at Garden Grill, which is really neat.
Yeah.
Being able to see the ride from the restaurant
and eat the food that's grown there.
Exactly. Yeah, Living with the Land is just like, it's definitely my top 2.
Yeah.
So
I love Living with the Land too, and I'm looking forward to seeing the updated video that they just did. I haven't seen any spoilies on that. And my only thing is that I wish that they maybe updated part of the greenhouse a little bit more so that some of the sciencey things were more sciencey. I feel like you kind of roll through some tanks with nothing in them and stuff.
Are you talking
like that.
crap about Living with the Land?
I'm sorry, I'm just saying.
It's
Throw a
my
little
number 2.
love its way.
It's my number 2.
It's a great ride. Show it love.
Okay.
Anyway.
What's your number 1? Drum roll.
Space Mountain.
Oh!
What?
Can I just go ahead and say that Space Mountain is my number 1?
Yes!
Yeah. So
Space Mountain.
I think that it is one of the most fun roller coasters in the world. What do you think?
It's so good. It's
Now,
so good.
let me ask you this: Disneyland or Disney World?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
I think Disney World version's better.
I like being a one in front of the other.
Yeah.
Seating wise, I feel like that really adds to the scariness of it. That you don't have somebody's body like right next to you to be
Right.
like, I'm safe and secure. Like you're just chilling by yourself with your little lap bar. And like we know it doesn't go upside down or anything like super terrifying. But when you're in the dark and you're hitting those turns like crazy, like every time I'm like, I could die here. I love it. It's so fun.
We rode it how many times that night?
When we did the after hours party, we rode it 3 times? 3 times.
3 times.
In a row. And I think we would have ridden it more, but the walk down the queue and then out of the exit took so long, and my thighs were on fire.
There was no line really because it was the after hours party, which was nice, but when you're dealing with a queue line that long that's designed to hold like, thousands of people, it is quite the trek, especially if you're trying to get there quickly to maximize your time.
And they took out the walkways, the moving walkways. Like, what is that about?
Yeah, the
on the exit
speed ramp. That's what it's called, the Goodyear speed ramp. Yeah, I was pretty bummed about that when they took that out because it's pretty classic Disney World. At least they still have them at the People Mover entrance.
Yeah,
but yeah, so yeah, Tomorrowland. It's got 2 in there.
Yeah, do I have 2 on mine?
Yeah, People Mover and Tomorrowland.
Oh, yeah.
Or and Spice. Oh, yeah,
People Mover and Space Mountain.
So yeah, let's do a
And
recap.
then-
So what's your 5 through 1?
Okay. Honorable mention, Mission Space. Number 5, Flight of Passage. Number 4, Expedition Everest. Number 3, Jungle Cruise. Number 2, People Mover. And number 1, Space Mountain.
And my honorable mention was Spaceship Earth. Number 5, Flight of Passage. Number 4, Jungle Cruise. Number 3, People Mover. Number 2, Living with the Land. And last but not least, Space Mountain.
Woo!
All right, so I bet you if I took another 3 minutes, I could come up with another list. But those are just the first ones I think that came to my head.
Pop question, when we ride Smuggler's Run, where do you think that's going to land on your list?
I don't know, man. I'm excited for that, though. I don't know. We'll have to see.
I don't know anything about it.
You just made me realize I completely forgot Star Tours is a thing in my list.
I was surprised that Star Tours wasn't
See,
on
that
your
was the
list.
top 5. That's what came to my head. So maybe I'll do another one in like 6 months, and we'll see if I can think of
Yeah,
something.
I feel like your favorites change pretty frequently.
Yeah, I love it all mostly. So
Me too.
anyway.
Well, cool. Well, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. We appreciate you being around and being into it with us. And old Scamp says, have a magical day.
Yeah. See you both soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.